Is them 15 yards, but it cost them.
It cost them the down.
This all started with those flag twirlers.
Up 4th down for Bethel.
Scotty wanted to show it to us again, but we would have to have it start from the
line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped.
Yeah. In any event, the Bruins are going to go for it. They need to get to the 9-yard line. It's 4th and 33. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Out of the gun, Franklin feels some pressure. Throws deep. Got a man open. It's underthrown and incomplete. And to the Crabbers' benefit, it wasn't picked off because they might have lost yardage in the return. This way, they get the ball at their 42-yard line on downs. So the Bruins get some really tough calls against them here. The last one prevented a 1st and goal. Okay, here, let's see if we can pick up. Is this the formation that you were talking about?
No, no, this is the last play.
This is just the last play. Okay. This is the play that just. No, this is the play.
No, that was it. Okay,
this was the play.
Yeah, if we could run that back again, Scotty.
Well, we won't be able to. Yeah,
okay.
that was the play in question, but it was kind of hard to see who was where in the lineup.
Well, it was on the top of the screen, and what you need to do is see the split end. It covered up the tight end.
Right. It's certainly a very
well. It wouldn't have been it would have been a flanker that became a split end.
Right. So now timeout has been called. Let's see if we can look at it if we can, Scotty, one more time. If we can see how they lined up. Okay. Got a little time here. Okay. Here's the play. Now let's see if we can stop it for just a minute.
Okay. Yeah. If the man at the top, back it up right there. And see the man at the top of the screen,
he's got a white.
He's on the line of scrimmage.
He's got a white towel. Yeah.
And if you see the man that was covered up is the one that's going to go down and catch the
man
ball.
We're speaking of. Now stop for just a minute, Scotty. The man who is the ineligible receiver is at the 23.5-yard line in the middle of your screen to the left and up a bit. We don't have. I mean, we don't have a telestrator, so I can't.
Right.
But he's right at the
there.
20. Yeah, right there. Circle him, Bob. He's at the 24-yard line. He was.
But this man is the one that made him ineligible because he was on the line of scrimmage.
The man you're pointing to is the guy at the very top of your screen, right at that point at the 25-yard line.
You back it up again, Scott, if you can.
So you had too many men on the line of scrimmage.
Well, you can't. You can have as many men in the line of scrimmage as you want, but this becomes ineligible when the outside receiver
he becomes
is on the line of scrimmage.
a tackle.
Right.
Okay. So in any event, a very controversial play, needless to say.
It was a good call.
And that was a great job with the Kramer people in slow motion. Great job, Andre.
Did he say
the Kramer people or the camera people? How did Kramer get into this?
Well, you get your tires, right?
And a late flag comes down.
You see why you don't want me to do play-by-play?
There's a flag on Bob for talking. And you Kramer people are doing some great shows.
The camera people did great.
Back going to the end of the ride.
They will be one of our sponsors for the next contest, we hope. How many locations do they have?
Just send them the bill, Scotty.
That's right. I thought we were doing a Seinfeld thing here for a minute. How did Kramer get into this?
We do have Curly, Larry, and Mo up here.
All right, back to the game. 39-yard line. We haven't talked about golf yet tonight, so be careful, Scotty. We'll get you there. This is Banks, left side, and Banks has some running room before he's drilled out of bounds, but not until he gets good yardage down close to the Bethel 30-yard line. 1:12 left on the clock. Clock stops with the out-of-bounds play.
Great camera work on that replay.
Great Kramer work.
And great job of Andre Mattingly moving that and getting it to show where we could really see it.
Absolutely.
All we need, Tim, is to tell Scotty, give me a telestrator so I can make marks.
Because we're going to have to erase this ink that you have on the monitor up
all
here.
this movement up here on my screen, I got to get the Windex out now.
Ink all over there. Nice job of circling the different players. Unfortunately, they can't see that at home. All right, so 2nd down and a yard. This is Banks, and Banks has more than enough for the first down into the 23-yard line area for the Bruins. So that'll move the chains.
I got the White House on the screen.
Get some Windex to clear off that screen. That's right. We're the only ones that look at it.
Hey, Scott. Well, that was Tim. That wasn't me.
I was looking at it.
Tim, Scotty, we got the
Bob wrote all over the monitor.
I'm not saying a word.
This is a quarterback draw. This is Stephen Wyatt.
We have watched this monitor more tonight.
Thank you.
Because we got it down here where we can see it
instead
of up above us.
That's right. You tell him. That was Bob telling you.
Of course, I just read what you wrote down.
Here's the replay. See, we're on top of this. Here's the
nice job.
That's good defensive play. Now, I believe that was that was the same ineligible receiver earlier who plays both ways. That was Willis Overton, who made a nice stop, number 4, on the quarterback Stephen Wyatt, as the clock will run out here in the 3rd quarter. And that will conclude the first 36 minutes of this contest. No scoring in the 3rd quarter. Our score after 3 is Hampton 26 and Bethel nothing.
Are you looking for floor covering?
I am.
Carpet, tile, vinyl? Call Pearls and Phoebus at 722-1907 for free estimates. They are located at 15 North Mallory in Phoebus. John West is the president, and Rita Barker is the vice president. They're the authorized Mohawk and Armstrong carpet dealers. Pearls in Phoebus. Ron.
All right, here we go. Down to the sideline, and Ron Payton.
You're watching the Bethel Bruins on WHCS TV 46.
I know that's the part of the job he hates.
Well, we used to get to hear him when they did that, but for some reason we can't pick up the audio. But that was the Bethel Bruin cheerleader squad doing the plug for Channel 46.
All right, Katie, come on.
So back to the action here, as we had a good time for a few moments there. On the, I hope you did too.
Well, I tell you, I'm so glad that we have Carter Ficklin explain it to us, because the fans have to be really confused.
The fans in the stands, at least.
Yeah.
The ones at home have been able to figure this one out.
They'll see the marks on the screen and everything.
Will Jennings on the receiving end of the Stephen Wyatt pass, and that is a first down right at the 10-yard line.
Tim, who caught the touchdown pass on the slant before?
The slant pass earlier was McClone.
McClone, okay. Because that looked like the identical play that time.
Yeah, that was Jennings that time. And it's a 1st and goal at the 10. The ball squarely on the 10-yard line. This is Banks, and Alvin Banks is at the 6. Pickup of 4. You see the Bruin mascot. But sometimes when it's, in the 80s, you kind of feel sorry for that individual.
But
tonight,
he probably loving it tonight.
He or she is enjoying the warmth. Watch the replay here. That was. 2nd down and goal.
What's the flag? No! What's the flag?
Stephen Wyatt lunges in for the touchdown. So Wyatt scores from 6 yards out. And that is his second touchdown of the evening, and it makes it now 32-0 in favor of the Crabbers, going for the shutout. And to stop this Bethel offense that had averaged right around 28 points a game, it's a good overall effort by the Crabbers on both sides of the ball. Aaron Whitehead will try to put on the extra point. High snap, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Crabbers extend their lead with 10:42 to go in the fourth quarter. 33-0.
Well, they need to score a few more points to get to their average of 40-some, but watch the replay of the touchdown, Tim. Great job. Just spotting the opening and dove into the. Nobody actually tackled it.
Huge opening. I mean, it's as if the Red Sea parted. He just had no problem.
Well, I think it was more of a green sea.
Yeah. The red parted the green sea. But however you want to say it, he was untouched into the end zone.
Yes, he really was.
See some of the fans, those fans are Bethel Bruins fans. They're not that particularly happy. They're just trying to stay warm.
Tim, I just want to send the best wishes out to a good friend of mine, Vic Sloan, who underwent an operation today, had a big mass in his colon, and they removed it, and it looks like it's benign, and we sure hope and pray it will, and hope he recovers and gets home and gets feeling better real soon.
Get a shot of Nathaniel "Don't Rain on My Head" Braxton.
What was he doing, a push-up?
He was down there getting a drink out of that coffee thing, and I'm going to want to check that coffee thing after the game. There he is.
Yeah, hold your hand up. It ain't raining.
It ain't raining. He's the only cameraman we have that professes to be an Irishman at this point, I think. From the 10, this is Williams to the outside. Nice job of turning the corner, and then he is slung, if there is such a word, out of bounds at the 37.
Sounds good to me. That was Jack Francis, number 87, doing the slinging or slunging.
The slinging is right. Slung may not be. Yeah. It goes back to the Dizzy Dean era.
The slud.
Slud into second base. Because half our audience, 2/3 of our audience won't have a clue who Dizzy Dean was. Showing our
Dizzy
age.
who?
Dizzy who?
Is he related to Jimmy Dean? I know his sausage, right? Oh, there's somebody else I'm going to have to call now.
They're all about the same size.
Send him a bill, Scotty.
Right, Jimmy Dean. From their 37-yard line, the Bruins send double wideouts to either side. From the gun, Franklin. And this one is completed at the 45 to the 50.
Williams.
And keep on going to the Hampton 47-yard line.
And that was to Jimmy Williams.
Jimmy Williams, who plays the position of quarterback most of the time. But also, and we knew this going in, watch the replay. This is well done by the Bruin offense.
Jimmy's out of your screen, but he's at the top of the screen. Nice move right there.
And we've got whistles, but I think that was in the stands. I was listening to the whistles. I was afraid the play had been stopped, but no.
That an inadvertent whistle?
No, I heard some inadvertent whistles.
I don't think that was inadvertent. I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, someone in the stands blew the whistle.
There's a look at how much time we got left.
Yes, it doesn't speed it up.
10:04 left in the ball game.
As long as he keeps passing it, not complete.
Second down and 10. Good protection for Franklin. Boyd is nailed.
Nice hit
By number 32, Larry Callis. Right there, let him make the grab, but ended up in a 3.5, almost a 4-yard loss on the play. Here's the replay.
Well, he made it. He closed on that receiver right there. Boom, Tim.
That's the way you teach it.
Well, it
Or
wasn't
the loss
really a
is the
gain,
case,
but
the loss is the case is.
yeah.
So they'll get 15. They'll move the ball down to the 35-yard line. That will give the Bruins a first down.
Well, is it from that point or from the line of scrimmage?
He said from the gain, which means from where the ball was. I'm assuming that. That's what he said, at least.
Now he's moving from. I bet he's moving from the line of scrimmage.
That's exactly so. He contradicted himself.
There's a personal foul. Roughing the passer. Contact on the quarterback clearly against the defense clearly after the pass was released. Automatic first down.
So thank you very much, Carter. For won't have to use those Q-tips when I get home now. This is Boyd. Boyd gets to the outside,
move.
got a good block. He's looking for another one downfield. He cuts it back. He's at the 9-yard line, and he's wrestled out of bounds, but it'll be a first and goal for the Bruins.
Okay, now we do need to give him one payroll, right?
We need to tell Carter that I do the play-by-play. We had to go through that with you.
I ain't saying a word. He's down there. I ain't gonna run. You run and tell him, right? Whoa!
They gave Boyd 110 yards.
110.
Nice draw play though that time, Tim.
What is 110 yards?
Yeah. 5 ways to get it. Second and go. I think what we need to do is cut
Blows
his mic off or
down
something.
because every time he blows the whistle, my earphones jump off my head. No, it's our time now. It's our time. Give me a break here, Carter. All right, here we go. Second down and goal.
He turned it off.
Thank you.
He figured it out. Oop, I've been leaving it on. They've been hearing what I've been saying.
Over the middle, touchdown. Nice slant. That's the passive choices tonight.
That's Spate.
That's a 7-yard pass to number 2, Curfew Spate. So the Bruins get on the board. 8:32 remaining in the ball game. And the Bruins will go for 2. Kyle Franklin leading this drive. Williams will check out. They'll give it to Boyd, and Boyd will be short of. No, now they say he got in. Second effort. So looked like they had him stopped, but Boyd did, in fact, get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
He may have had a little help from the defender that time.
Looked like he was stopped from up here initially, and but again, the good ones don't stop until the whistle blows several times.
There was no inadvertent whistle.
That's right. You want to watch this again. This is the touchdown. Kyle Franklin just perfectly thrown to Curfew Spite. And again, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It's spelled S-P-E-I-G-H-T.
Yeah, I would look like a Spate. But
Spate or Spite,
yeah.
Well, we do apologize ahead of time if we've mispronounced your name or others.
At least one way we're mispronouncing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't for spite.
No, I won't do that. And it wasn't for spite.
I knew. Kill it. Yeah, you knew. Kill it.
As soon as he got involved, you knew it. Want to remind you again that this fourth quarter is brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home.
And who's the director?
Nancy Staten is the director.
And I'm not going to talk about that other state.
No, don't mention it.
No way.
We do appreciate Parkline Wood being one of our sponsors. What is going to say? No.
If I mention him, he's going to send him a bill.
That's right.
I ought to do it.
You got to do it. We can use the money. 8:32 left in the ball game. Hampton 33 and Bethel 8. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, and the Channel 46 crew. Hope you're enjoying tonight's contest. Relatively short kick. It's taken at the 17-yard line. This is Alvin Banks. Banks just out of bounds. And he had some running room if he could have stayed in, but he went out at the 30. So that's where the Crabbers will take it. Here's the replay of the kickoff return. The 30-yard line is where Hampton will have it now. 8:27 to go. Hampton with 1 timeout remaining. Bethel with 2. And I'm sure Hampton will be more than content just to get this last 8:27 off the clock and get home without any injuries. Trying to find out. I've looked over on the other side for yeah, I see him now. Stephen Williams. He is over on the other side. And he's standing. Got a loose ball. I think the Bruins might have gotten it. No signal yet. And now they say Hampton retains possession. Stephen Williams has been in. Watch the replay here.
It's a pitch reverse, Tim.
So the Crabbers recover their own fumble at their 22-yard line, so a loss of 8.
Well, Jonas Watson, 54, almost came up with that ball.
2nd and 18 for Hampton. Going to be naming a player of the game from each of these squads. I've got someone in my mind already. Well, that was not the one I had. Here's where I was headed.
Oh.
Pitch to Banks. Banks turns the right side corner, and he is across the 30 to about the 34-yard line. So got back all the yardage they lost on that fumble and then some. Brings up a 3rd down and about 6 or 7. Let's see where they spot the ball exactly. Ball is marked at the 34. Need to get to the 40.
It's almost like a pitch, Tim, but it's a pass, but it's a lateral.
3rd down and 6. Crabbers need to get it to the 40 to keep the chains moving. Clock is moving now. We're under 7 minutes to go. Jennings is set up to the near side. Play action. Wyatt wants to throw. He's got his man perfectly.
Oh, what a nice catch.
I guess so.
Whoa.
Bassett. Woo. Solomon Bassett on the dead run. That ball thrown right on the fingertips, and he hauls it in for a 1st down at the Bruin 36-yard line. Watch this replay. This ball was thrown well and better on the catch. Look at this. He just stretched his hands out, and that ball was right there.
Tim, he came from the fullback position right through the line of scrimmage. And what a nice catch, though.
29 yards on the play. 1st down just inside the 36-yard line of Bethel. This is Banks, and Banks picks up a couple of yards.
Joseph Solomon, number 55, says, hey.
Got a little extra contact after the play, and a penalty flag comes down. This will be a dead ball foul. I'm not sure. I saw the action. I'm not sure who they're going to call it on, and I won't name the players.
After the play was over, there was a dead ball personal foul against a member of the defensive team. It'll be added on to the game.
So they'll go from the 25. It'll be half the distance. So they'll mark the ball right inside the 13-yard line, or right at the 13.
No, it's the penalty was back here on the 30. But the 33-yard line, Tim.
No, but they're going to add it on to the gain, which was at the 25.
Oh, I got you.
I thought that's what he said. Well, anyway, that didn't make sense either. They're down inside the 20 at, I guess, what, the 19? 18?
18-yard line, yeah.
It's an effort to keep control of the game. I saw what happened. It was just a little bit of pushing after the play was over and the flag came flying out.
That's one of the things that they stressed this.
No, and I agree with the call.
Had no warnings.
I agree with the call.
There's a nice replay showing it just looks like a scrum.
Looked like a rugby play.
Pick up, what, about 4 yards?
Second down and 6 for Hampton. They lead 33-8. Stephen Wyatt to the 10, and another late flag from the same official.
That may be inadvertent.
That's holding.
Oh, that's holding against Hampton.
Well, that was the initial indication that that official made. I think he's holding against the Bruins, actually.
During the play, there was an inadvertent face mask.
That's what I thought it was.
Against the defense. It'll be added on, result in a 1st and goal for Hampton.
Right there, as he was tackling Tim, he just inadvertently got the face mask.
Yep. So it's 1st and goal for the Crabbers. Ball at the 5. This is Bassett and another flag. This is Flag Day at Darling Stadium. Guys, let's just get this one over with. 4:47 to go and a flag on every play.
Watch this again.
Yeah, that looked like another face mask, and I'm not so sure that one was so inadvertent.
During the play, there was an inadvertent face mask. Typically a 5-yard penalty against the defense. It'll be added on half the distance, replay 1st down. We got a half. We got half. Replay.
Carter, turn off your mic. We hear you.
Well, he's coaching now.
Yeah, really. He'll be rolling on the credits tonight. We'll have an on-the-field play-by-play by Carter Fickle.
That didn't look good.
Bruins say they've got it, but the official is telling you they don't. I'm gonna just watch with you. I would just let Carter do this from the last 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
Hey, careful, Scotty.
Yeah, really. You hurt Bob's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to stop and think about that for a minute. Oh, I went off tomorrow night, Scotty.
That's right. I tell you what, we're all taking Saturday night off.
Done. See how I get
Done.
that?
Yeah,
Get it done
you're
just like
good.
that.
You're good. 2nd and goal, I think. And we've got early action here, and that'll bring another flag. Someone inadvertent offsides. That's right.
Oh, I wish they could hear Scotty. Jim, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Jim. I'm going to pick the player of the game from the Bruins.
Cool.
You do the player of the game from the
Prior
crowd.
to the snap, there was a dead ball illegal procedure against the offense. Still 2nd down.
Are you keeping track of the penalties, Mr. Killen?
He ran out of paper.
Ran out of paper and lead in your pencil.
No, I ain't touching it.
All right, it is still goal to go is second and goal at about the 8. And a slant pass is good for the touchdown.
And that's Will Jennings.
And that's Jennings.
That was almost identical to the first touchdown of the game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Almost identical, but that was McClone. This time Jennings picks up his touchdown pass.
You impressed with Wyatt. How many, what's his completion and number of passes?
We'll have to check with Mr. Killen here, but he certainly has atoned for his rough game against the Hurricanes, that's for sure. Extra point try is up, and it is good. And a late flag, imagine that.
They ran over Whitehead.
Yeah. Well, feelings are getting a little, on the frazzled side out there right now. There's some frustration.
9 for 18.
9 for 18 for how many yards?
Nice job that time. Just a nice slant play.
9 for.
On the try for point, the point is good. The 5 yards will be assessed on the kickoff.
9 of 18 for 169 yards, and McClone has caught a pass, and Banks has caught a pass, and now Jennings has caught a touchdown pass. So he's got 3.
Wow, 3 touchdown passes.
Yep.
I got a question. Did McCool come in?
Where did we get this guy?
All he did was say what I was thinking.
You guys pick on Mick. Don't be picking on Mick. He's
I'm
not even here.
No.
Hey,
no.
I tell you what, I'm going with the player of the game for the Bethel Bruins tonight. I'm going with number 2, Curfew Spate. He's just done an outstanding job tonight. He's my player. Now, I could have gone with Jonas Watson, Jimmy Williams, Ananias Boyd, Kyle King, Kyle Franklin, Joseph Solomon, Will Jennings. Not Will Jennings, but there's a slew of Kyle Franklin, who came in for quarterback, did a good job. So,
well, and my job is just as tough if I'm picking one for Hampton. I got to be honest with you, because it is going to be a tough call, and I agree with your initial thought here. But I was kind of leaning to this man because he's kind of set the tone, and we'll probably have another chance there. And
well, I'll go with your.
Okay. Well, I like the way Andre Schuler has played, and by the way, there we are. Hi, Mom. But Andre Schuler is going to get my selection as the player of the game, and I could have gone with a whole bunch of other players. Stephen Wyatt's had an outstanding game at quarterback. Andre McClone's done well. Alvin Banks has looked good running the ball. Darylyn Fenner did some nice stuff. Will Jennings has come on strong. So no easy pick here. But I like the way Schuler started hitting early and then returned that block punt for the touchdown. He is my choice for player of the game, Andre Schuler, number 33.
We got Schuler and Spake. Congratulations to those 2 young men who receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Engraving Inc., where Dave Buckwald is the owner, and the shirt comes from Poquoson Sporting Goods, Islander Sporting Goods, located in Poquoson, and John Roberts is the owner out there.
Here's your kick return by Jimmy Williams. So the Bruins will start from their 28-yard line, down 40-8 as the Crabbers do hit the 40 mark, right on their average. This is Spate, and he does a nice job of evading a tackler out to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of about 6. Second down and 4, and mercifully the clock continues to move.
Did you hear that laughter down there?
I heard that.
Okay.
Well, when it's 40-8, get it over with, guys. This one is all but done.
All but done.
And all that happens now is someone gets hurt. Franklin, who's looked good coming in, throws and completes the pass
To Williams.
Nice grab. Actually, no, that was number 4.
Is that Williams? Oh, it is number 4.
Number 4,
You're
Overton.
right.
Willis Overton makes the grab. He's a big target, 6'3", 225-pound senior. So they mark it at the 49-yard line. I tell you, this is the mix-up that I like the best, is Williams receiving and Kyle Franklin quarterbacking. Not that Williams isn't a good quarterback, but he's very valuable in that receiving category, and Franklin's done a good job of throwing. Nice sidestep there, and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And a good open field tackle by Wilson Banks Jr., and that will keep the clock moving with 1:17 to go, and neither team seemingly of mind to try and stop it. Each team does have some timeouts remaining.
Well, Hampton's not going to stop the clock.
No way.
Ron, how you doing, buddy? A couple wheels with a couple spokes missing. What happened?
Inside of a minute to play now. Franklin, plenty of time, throws, and it's completed. This time it is Williams who makes the grab at the 42-yard line.
But he didn't pick up the first down, and so it's third, and that clock will continue to run.
Yep. And we did have a penalty,
flag.
so we need to stop the clock. Penalty, flag, illegal procedure against the Bruins.
Did Killen keep the number of penalties tonight?
I don't know.
To play 10 minutes.
He ran out of paper and
It
started
was an
using his
illegal
fingers.
formation penalty, failure to have 7 players on the line of scrimmage
17
against the
penalties.
offense,
Is that just
replay
against Hampton,
second
or is
down.
that total?